In one of my first videos on eucalyptus, I asked the question, when is the best time to plant a eucalyptus tree? And the answer was 15 years ago. When's the next best time to plant a eucalyptus tree? Now. So I'll give you a stock update of what I have available. These are parvula. I have quite a lot of parvula. They're great because they're very frost hardy, as are perenniana, and a few of them, not too many. These are murinana, and these are a small ornamental eucalyptus tree, good for hedging, low hedging. Only get to about 2 meters tall. As you can see, quite a few of them. Not a eucalyptus, but these are lavender. I'm still keen on lavender. More parvula. Like I say, I do have quite a lot of parvula. These are snow gums, so as you can imagine, they won't be any issue planting them at this time of year. Though, as I say, you can plant all the rest of them too. I have a few sequoia, more than showing here, though some of the gigantea, I'm still honing my skills with gigantea, but certainly metasequoia, which is new this year, are doing well, as are sempervirens, the Californians, no issue propagating and growing them. More parvula, certainly got a lot of parvula. They're grown for foliage. These are parvula here, and they're fabulous. Beautiful leaves, really a lovely, very frost hardy, very wind tolerant eucalyptus tree. These are viminalis, and I've been planting more viminalis. They're fabulous for coppicing. Don't be put off by these being scruffy, they will soon grow. Here's a good example, really flourishing, lots of good healthy new shoots. These are regnans. I'm a huge fan of regnans. Those I planted here grew 3.5 meters in one season, 1 year. Not the most frost hardy though, down to perhaps -6, and also I don't think they're the most wind resilient, though I'm planting more. Realistically, these won't be ready till January, February next year, so that might suit you. More parvula, they're in the polytunnel here because they're sold already, and I'm just bringing them on and drying them out. More regnans, a few gunnii, but they won't be ready till next year anyway. More regnans here. These are robusta. Robusta aren't hardy at all, despite the name here in Ireland. They're experimental forestry. I'm growing them on. I'll plant them here. Get in touch and have a chat about them if you're interested, but really sheltered areas nearer the coast where you're never going to get a frost of below, say, -2. And nitens are fabulous. These won't be ready until January, February next year, but I have some nitens that are ready. Leucoxylon, they've been surprisingly hardy. Fabulous, gorgeous red flowers. So I'll be planting more of these, and I'll have a few of these. Might be another few weeks before they're actually ready. More parvula. More pulverulenta, and these are kind of next year, definitely next year for these pulverulenta. And what's ready now is citriodora, and the smell of lemon scented gum is just astonishing. When you crush up the leaves, I mean, everybody who's smelt them, it's just astonishing. They're just amazing, lemony smell. So I've got a few of them that are in good condition and are ready now. Globulus, I'm a huge fan of globulus now. Again, perhaps not the most frost hardy, but if you're closer to the coast, then They're like nitens but can be coppiced. I'm definitely going to be growing a lot more of them and planting a lot more of them here. Most of these are sold. I might have a few, maybe half a dozen. Nitens, again, a few that are ready now. Coccifera, another snow gum. Some of these are ready now, perhaps maybe, probably I'd say could maybe do with another 4 weeks just to firm up the root plugs. Coccifera, a snow gum, grown for foliage mainly. Beautiful ornamental trees. More nitens, and as I say, a few of them are ready. These in the back here. Yeah. Over here, passiflora, more passiflora. Nitens in the stages of becoming plantable. As I say, though, if you're keen on nitens, get in touch. I'll definitely have about half a dozen that are ready now. What is fabulous at the moment is Rodwai, and I've got good stock of Rodwai. Seed are scarce, so I'm not sure when I'm going to get more seed to plant and propagate more Rodwai. But Rodwai, if you're keen on firewood, are grown commercially for firewood. They can be coppiced. They're very tough and resilient, frost hardy and wind resilient. So good stock of Rodwai. I have a few ovata. I'll be planting a few more here myself, but if you're keen, get in touch. And a few camphora. I got a few camphora. They're ovata. I think I might have a few camphora somewhere. They're another swamp gum. Ovata are swamp gums, camphora are swamp gums, and so are Rodwai. A Rodwai would definitely be my pick for Ireland. Very keen on them. These are the camphora, and I'd have a few of them that I'm happy to sell. Not many. Get in touch. Don't be put off by the scruffy look of them. As soon as you put them in the ground, they flourish. As you can see by these here, planted from the very same stock. So as I say, don't be put off by anything that looks scruffy. In terms of eucalyptus, they soon get a move on. And this is an ovata, and as you can see, just fabulously healthy, all of the ovata. While I'm down here, I'll just give you a look at the regnans. So these were planted maybe 8 weeks ago, and they've easily, even at this time of year, put on 50 centimetres of growth. Some of them anyway. Yeah, easily 50 centimetres of growth on that one. I do have a few subcrenuata. Again, seeds hard to come by for subcrenuata, so this is pretty much it for just now. And again, don't be put off by the scruffiness of these. As long as they've got a good root plug, which they do, then they'll be grand. I'd have perhaps a couple of regnans ready now, but not many. Glossines, again, don't be put off by the size. As long as these have got a good root plug, they'll be fine. Quite a few Arnagera, and yeah, some of them putting out good new growth. I know these look scruffy. I'm open to persuasion, though I know they're healthy and I know they'll grow. And if you ask any of my customers, they'll tell you I'm quite happy to give you a fair go. So providing you give them a fair go, then I'll do my best to help if anything goes wrong. Anyways, in here, at long last, these are Nephophila, another snow gum. And looks like there's a couple of rogues in there that don't look like Nephophila. I'd say probably January, February before the Nephophila are ready, but I'm very pleased to have at least had some success with them at long last. I'm really well set up now with a dedicated grow room, heated base for germinating the seeds, grow lights for encouraging and helping them develop. So if you're interested in a large quantity of eucalyptus seedlings, then I'll be happy to grow to order. Just get in touch. Just wanted to touch on some of these varieties here. These are Archiri, and one or two of these have been very vigorous, easily growing at 2 meters a year plus. What I wanted to good, fresh, healthy, full, healthy growth too. What I wanted to touch on with the Archiri is as a gunny eye substitute. Very frost tolerant and wind resilient, and during the depths of the winter when we were having that freeze just at the end of 2022, the foliage was just a gorgeous blue colour, so definitely one to consider for floral foliage. These are Coccifera, which are growing commercially for floral foliage, and they are beautiful and have that bluey colour that everybody wants for their foliage, and also this powdery white bark. Just beautiful. One that's possibly not considered for floral foliage is passiflora, though I don't see why not. I mean, the leaves are unusual. They are green, so perhaps it doesn't set off the colour schemes that well, but they're certainly interestingly shaped, and again they can have that powdery white bark. And these are Rodwai, definitely one of my picks for Ireland, and these are really starting to flourish and establish now. I planted the first of these in December and they survived, and when you see just how exposed this bank is, and Rodwai are a swamp gum, so the dry summer the year before this, 2022 and 2021, didn't help them, but now we've had a wet summer, they really are starting to flourish. And Rodwai, as I say, grown commercially for firewood, can be coppiced, though also from the farmer's point of view, Rodwai are often grown for shade and shelter for livestock. So just definitely one of my picks for Ireland are Rodwai, and I've got really good stock at the moment. Thanks a mil for watching. Good luck.